Hi guys, this is Mrs. Neldeberg and this is the Watch Me Make a Schedule video. So I'm sitting here in my kitchen and I know this is not going to be Hollywood production level video, but I want to do my best to give you an example of how to build a schedule, especially for you incoming 7th graders and parents that have never done this before. So what I've got in front of me is my computer, and then I've printed out the packet page that has the schedule grid and also the schedule worksheet view. If you don't have a printer at home, that's okay. If that was the case, and if that was me, I would pull this sheet, the grid up on my computer and just have it sitting there in front of me. And then I would just draw out one that looks like this. So that would be really simple to draw. And oftentimes when I'm in my office at school, I do that. I just draw it out. So it's not that hard. What I would do if I was drawing it is I would go red one. So I would know like red 1, semester 1, and red 1, semester 2. And then I would do red 2, semester 1, semester 2. So I would draw it just like it's kind of on here, right? So for myself. So however works for you, you can do it. But so if you have a printer, you can print this or pick up the packet at the lunch location, or just draw it out for yourself, okay? So what I'm gonna do is how to build a schedule. And I'm gonna tell you, when I build a schedule, the first things that I think about, because they're the hardest things to place on the puzzle, because it's really just a big puzzle, is I think about PE and I think about the electives that I want to take. And when I say I mean the kiddo the student that I'm making the schedule for. But I'm just gonna pretend and think of somebody while I'm doing this. Okay, so I have a Clever one out in front of me. So let's pretend I'm Clever. And so I think about the electives. So especially if I'm gonna be in a special elective like show choir or band, then I'm gonna find that first, okay? And then I'm gonna write it in on my schedule. If I was in girls show choir, then I'm gonna find that here. Can you come in here? On red 1. And I would write girl show choir in both those spots, okay? If I was in brass band, then I would find brass band on R3 and I would write that in. For purposes here, I'm gonna pretend like I'm not in a special elective to make this schedule. So I'm just gonna think of electives that I might wanna take. So I really, in my mind, the student that I'm gonna be, I really wanna take art and drama, okay? And so when I'm looking at this schedule, I notice that red 3 has a really good place to take art and drama, because I could take drama first semester. See how it's on the left side and it has a line through it? So that means there's a drama offered first semester and a drama offered second semester. So I'm going to choose, just because I want to, I'm going to choose drama first and art second. So when I come over here to my schedule worksheet view, that was in R3. So R3 first semester, I wanted to take drama. So I'm gonna write that down. And then I wanted to take art second semester. So I'm gonna write that down. So I have my electives picked. And then I'm gonna think about PE, or there's kind of two things I could do. I could think about my other elective and writing, because you're gonna have one elective opposite your writing class, and then PE. So I'm going to think about PE right now, because for Clever, every team has a block where there aren't any core classes. And for Clever, that's white 4. So because I chose art and drama over here, I'm going to put my PE. I know that I need to take PE white 4. If I know that I'm going to take summer school and I am not going to take PE, then I would, and so I'll have extra electives, and I could fill that block in with electives. But right now I'm pretending I'm a student that's taking PE. So I have PE right there. Now I'm going to do the last thing before I fill in my core classes. I'm going to decide where to put my writing and my other elective class. So, I think computer applications also sounds fun. It's a regular computer class that I just get to learn, regular computer skills, and Mrs. Welch is really cool. So I'm going to write her down. And everybody on Clever, and so this is just an example for Clever. If you're Clever, you'll have writing first semester, and if you're Remarkable, you'll notice on your schedule that writing is second semester. If you're in 8th grade, then that semester class is geometry. So you'll notice that on your schedule, the semester that you have to put with another elective choice is a geometry class. So here in White 2, if you'll come back in, I noticed that there's a computer applications. So I can take writing first semester. So I'm going to come over here on White 2 and write writing. And then computer applications on second semester. So now when I've got if you'll come down here to kind of these check boxes, I've got my first semester writing, I've got my 3 semesters of electives filled, and I got my physical education filled. So I can check mark those. Now all I have left to fill in are my core classes. And those are a lot easier to place because there's a lot more offerings of them. So now I can kind of think to myself, do I want to take comm arts in the morning because I like to read more in the morning, or maybe math or something like that. And another good tip is to try to schedule your math class and your numeric analysis class on 2 different days. So one of them on a red day and one of them on a white day. That way you're not overloaded with math all on the same day. So that's something to try for. It's not always possible, but it's something that we encourage students to try for. So I'm going to schedule, I think, that first or next. So I can try to get those on separate days. So I think I want to take math as close to the afternoon as I can get it because I'd like to read more in the morning. So here on red 4, I'm going to write there's a math offered. So I'm going to write down math. And then I'm going to look at my white day, and the closest afternoon I can kind of get is white 3. And so I'll check white 3. Is there a numeric analysis? Yes. So I'm going to write numeric analysis. Okay, so down here on my check marks, I just checked off numeric analysis and I checked off math. And I didn't choose that I was in advanced math or anything. That's something else to think about. If you're advanced math, you'll need to put that down kind of at the beginning. So all I have left is science, social studies, and comm arts. If you'll notice, I have 3 blocks left. I've got red 1, red 2, and white 1 left. So if I look on here, red 2, how about I see that there's a social studies offered there. So I'm going to write social studies and social studies. Notice these year-long classes, I'm writing first semester and second semester. That's because that takes up the whole block all year, right? So red 1, there's a comm arts there. So I'm going to do comm arts and comm arts. And then white 1, all I have left is science. And yes, there's a science. So I'm going to write science and science. So I'm going to go down to my check boxes. I filled in science somewhere. I filled in social studies somewhere. And I filled in comm arts somewhere. Yay. And so this question right here says, are you taking summer PE? That's just to remind me. If my answer to that is no, I'm not planning on taking summer PE, then I have to have PE somewhere on my schedule, okay? If I was taking summer PE, then I won't have to have PE on my schedule, and I can have 2 extra semesters to put electives, okay? So now, once you have this done, on Thursday, April 23rd at 8 a.m., the forms are going to open up on the website for you to access. And so you're going to take what you've decided as your schedule and you're going to enter it in to the Google form. Now this is the part that's hard because I know this is not Hollywood again production, but this is what Clever's form will look like. And you put in your student ID number. I'm going to make up one. I made up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for myself. And I'm going to put in my first name and my last name. And I'm going to hit submit. And then it gives me this enrollment sheet. And notice it says my red day choices. And then I scroll down, it has red 1, semester 1, red 2, or red 1, semester 2. Sorry, I always get mixed up when I talk about these. There's too many 1s and 2s. It's hard to talk about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what I just made, red 1, and I'm going to make them match. Red 1, semester 1, I had Comm Arts. Red 1, semester 2, I had Comm Arts. So yay, see? And then I'll go through for each of them and do that. Red 2, I had social studies, and that's a year-long class, so I'm just going to enter social studies again. Now here's a different one that's going to be different for the semester. I've got on red 3, I have drama first semester and art second semester. So in my red 3, I've got 2 different things there to showing first semester and second semester being different. And then red 4, I'm back to the same since it's a year-long class, math and math. Make sense? And then it's got my white day choices next. And so I'm going to make it match again here, science and science. This is another one where they're going to be different. White 2, I chose writing, and then second semester was going to be computer applications. So I chose that. 2 left and we're almost there. White 3, I chose numeric analysis and numeric analysis. And white 4 was PE, and we're going to pretend that you have to choose whether you're a boy or a girl. I'm a girl, so I'm going to choose PE and PE. And then I would hit submit, and that's it. That means you're enrolled. I'm going to give you a warning. If you're looking on here on your form and there's a class that doesn't show up. So if you had from your grid, if you had written down Comm Arts, R1, and if you get into this drop-down menu and Comm Arts is not there, then that means that the Comm Arts class filled up. So I have the form set that when 30 people choose Comm Arts Red 1, then that class will disappear. It will close. And so if you find one that's not there, that means that class closed. And so then what you would do is you would go back to the drawing board, and I would look at my my schedule, and I would think, okay, what's something that I could maybe flip-flop, maybe Comm Arts and science. So I would mark that out, and yep, that would work. There's a science here and a Comm Arts there. So then, and if I looked, and then I'd come back to my form and I look, okay, yeah, science is still there. So I could just make small adjustments on my schedule to account for a closed class at that point, okay? To make sure that you can make your form exactly match what you had decided. That includes all your required classes and your electives and your PE. So, whew, okay, I hope that made sense, and I hope it helps you be able to make a schedule and enter it correctly. I'll be, I'm available by email for any questions anytime, and I'll be waiting to look for your submissions on the Google form starting Thursday, April 23rd at 8 a.m. And it's going to stay open until Saturday the 25th, so it's going to be open for like 3 days at 8 p.m. It's going to close on Saturday the 25th. Okay? Thanks.